Tonight on CTV News at 5.
Very often they start to feel like, I need this medication to get a good night's sleep.
Sleep struggles. Experts warn too many Atlantic Canadians rely on sedatives to catch some Z's.
Very spacious rooms that overlook the harbor. Most of our rooms have ocean views.
Sun, sea, and sand. Find out how to win a 7-night trip for two to the islands of the Bahamas.
There's 297 in the ground, yeah.
Crosses row on row. A New Brunswick veteran uses his yard to honor those who serve.
A soggy and foggy night ahead for the Maritimes as more rain is set to move through.
Live from the Maritimes News Center, this is CTV News at 5.
Good evening and welcome to CTV News at 5. I'm Maria Penopalis. Thanks for joining us. First at 5 tonight, losing sleep. A new study finds Atlantic Canadians are more likely to use sedatives to keep from tossing and turning at night. And there are concerns that many East Coasters actually overuse sleeping pills. As CTV's Hafsa Arif reports, there is help out there if something's keeping you up. Hi there, Hafsa.
Hey Maria, the numbers are quite startling. Atlantic Canadians are using prescription sedatives for insomnia at rates far higher than the rest of the country. New research out of Dal is shedding light on what healthier alternatives exist that don't require you to pop pills.
It's an exhausting reality. It's an exhausting reality for many Atlantic Canadians. And for some, the answer has long come in the form of a pill.
In New Brunswick, it's 22%. In Nova Scotia, it's around 15%. In Newfoundland and Labrador, it's around 18%. So we have really high rates on this side of the country.
Dalhousie University professor David Gardner led a study called Your Answers When Needing Sleep. It digs into why so many Atlantic Canadians rely on sleeping pills and explores safer ways to get a good night's rest.
It doesn't fix insomnia. It just helps sometimes with getting a better night's sleep. Other times, the sleeping pills don't help all that much.
Cognitive behavioral therapy is one of the alternatives to insomnia. It includes practices like going to bed only when you're really sleepy and being consistent. Gardner says it's proven to be far more effective than medication.
We can say that 70% of people who do a trial of CBTI, which is around 6 weeks to 8 weeks long, feel like they don't have insomnia after they're done the trial.
And unlike in the past, it's easier to access, from online programs to small group sessions.
So now you can get CBTI as a self-help program, whether it's a digital program or some sort of workbook to go through on your own.
It's still a mystery why people are using sedatives at much higher rates here than anywhere else in the country, but researchers have theories.
Very often they start to feel like, I need this medication to get a good night's sleep. And so over time, you can see sort of a comfort. Well, I use it and my sister uses it and my aunt uses it.
What researchers do know is that drugs carry risks, including next-day impairment, memory issues, and higher chance of injuries.
Including broken bones, including hip fractures. So there's a lot of different adverse effects associated with a range of different sedatives.
To help spread the word, Gardner and his team are holding awareness sessions across the region, including in Halifax on November 13th and Fredericton on the 20th. Maria?
Thank you, Hafsa. I bet you those will be well attended. CTV's Hafsa Arif for us in the news center this evening. That actually brings us to tonight's web poll. We are asking, how often do you use sleeping pills? You've got 3 options: frequently, occasionally, or never. Go to ctvnewsatlantic.ca to weigh in and to see the latest poll results. All right, heading over to the anchor desk now, where Todd Battis is standing by with the headlines.
Thank you, Maria. In your newscast tonight, Mike Smith of the Trailer Park Boys TV series was arraigned on a charge of sexual assault in court today. The 53-year-old actor did not appear in a courtroom. His lawyer represented him. The charges date back to 2017. We will have the latest on the case tonight at 6 o'clock. The Prime Minister was in Fredericton today trying to drum up support for his first federal budget. Using a modular home builder as his backdrop in Fredericton, Mark Carney offered his support for the province's lumber industry. He didn't get into specifics, though. We will hear from him at 6. Nova Scotia's top judge is standing by a directive allowing judges to bar court staff from wearing poppies, a move The top judge says is about protecting impartiality. Still, that is not sitting well with many. Coming up at 6, we'll hear from a veteran and author who says the poppy should not be politicized. All right, it has been a wet day throughout the region. Let's get the latest from CTV meteorologist Kaylin Mitchell in the Weather Center. Certainly soaking out there.
Yeah, wet, in some cases windy. Temperatures right now around the region are mostly sitting in the high single digits and low teens. So in a lot of cases will continue to rise as we make our way towards midnight before falling a little bit towards the start of the day for tomorrow. There are some areas that are a little bit cooler and are going to remain cooler, including up around the northwest New Brunswick right now, where temperatures are in the range of around 3 to 6 degrees. Checking in on the winds, one of the reasons why the temperatures are expected to continue to rise as we move through the first part of tonight is the southerly winds are going to remain quite steady. Right now, in a lot of cases, they're being sustained between 15 and 30 kilometers per hour. Higher than that around coastal areas of Prince Edward Island, Nova Scotia, and in the higher terrain in Cape Breton, because they're getting some enhancement over the Cape Breton Highlands. So Grand Etang right now reporting a gust at 107 kilometers per hour. Over on radar and satellite, we have rain, drizzle, and fog around the region, but a band of heavy rain now moving in off the Atlantic into the eastern half of Nova Scotia. And there's more wet weather to come with this weather system as we move through tonight and into tomorrow. So we still have rainfall warnings in effect up and down Atlantic coastal Nova Scotia and across most of Cape Breton, calling for overall rainfall totals of 65 to 85 plus millimeters of rain. And a wind warning out for northern Inverness in Cape Breton through Tuesday morning, early Tuesday morning, southeast gust to 120 kilometers per hour. Updates when I'm back a little bit later on. Maria.
Looking forward to that. Thank you, Kaylin. Right now, they're taking a break. When we come back, though, we're off to the Bahamas.
Hello, it's Katie Kelly here at the British Colonial Nassau, Bahamas. Coming up, we're going to tell you how you can win the chance to stay at this beautiful resort.
Join us for an elegant evening at the Holiday Black Tie Gala, November 22nd in Halifax. Kick off the holiday season by supporting mental health programs in Nova Scotia. For tickets, visit mentalhealthns.ca. We'll see you there.
Blue Rodeo's keyboardist brought the band's 40th anniversary spirit to Seoul's Harbor Rescue Mission over the weekend in Halifax. Last week, we shared that Mike Boguski visited Moncton's Caring Kitchen to do the same thing. He's been doing this right across the country. It's his way of giving people who might not be able to afford concert tickets a chance to hear some live music. Boguski says his mission comes from a personal place. He's been sober for 17 years and understands how fragile life can be for those struggling with addiction or homelessness. Very nice gesture indeed. Katie Kelly, you were at that concert over the weekend.
Fantastic.
I
so
bet,
good.
I bet. I love Blue Rodeo. All right, now, Katie Kelly joins us because very shortly we will share the details about a brand new contest. We are hooking a lucky CTV viewer up with the trip of a lifetime to visit the islands of the Bahamas.
Yes, Maria, and I was fortunate myself to do just that. And I'm going to be sharing my experience with viewers this week. So when you picture paradise, chances are this is what comes to mind. Crystal clear water, powdery sand, and that unmistakable island energy. But beyond the sun, sand, and sea, there is a rich history of culture, flavor, and history. I spent a week on the islands of the Bahamas to uncover it all.
We're kicking things off right in the heart of Nassau.
We have Wi-Fi, we have pools, we have beach access, we have water activities, you name it, we have
Everything.
it. Yeah.
The British Colonial Nassau, where the island's past and present come together in one iconic place.
It was built in 1901. I know it doesn't look like it, but it was built in 1901, and it has maintained its historic value and the legacy of being the oldest hotel in the Bahamas. You will see this light, airy atrium, right? And you have the staircase that everybody loves to take pictures on, and this is the center of the hub of the hotel, right? But also, you're right downtown, so anything that you want to do, you can go east or west. This is the center of it all.
Newly renovated guest rooms leave nothing to be desired.
Very spacious rooms that overlook the harbor. Most of our rooms have ocean views, and there are also some rooms with sea views if you want to see the busy Nassau streets.
Not to mention the private beach and pools.
It just really makes me feel good that we've been able to keep exclusivity of the beach.
And of course, a true taste of culture.
What Woods Rogers Tavern that's open for lunch and for dinner. And you name the drink that you'd like, we will curate it for you. Also, the Mahogany Restaurant. It is one of our pride and joy. It is Bahamian fine dining at its finest. We wanted to do a restaurant that highlights Bahamian cuisine, and so you have all the local favorites in that restaurant.
And across the island, the dining experience is just as refined. At the Fish Restaurant by celebrity chef Jose Andre, inside Atlantis Paradise Island Resort, the focus is on fresh local seafood, a celebration of island flavor served with 5-star presentation. Over at Bahamas Resort, Chef Tevin Kemp invites visitors into his kitchen for a hands-on experience.
Kitchen is an interactive space where people of all ages, of all cultures come along and cook, whether you're professional or not. And we learn step-by-step cooking while enjoying the people and camaraderie around us. And then you're going to take a burst of that pineapple that's going to come out with that sweetness, and that's what we consider it to be. He
teaches us about a true island staple.
So tonight, we're showcasing what it is to be cultured here in the Bahamas. We're diving into some conch. How do we eat it here in the Bahamas? Why do we eat it? And in different ways that we prepare it.
And when the sun sets, the energy shifts. At the John Batiste Jazz Club at Bahamas, world-class talent and island soul come together for a sophisticated night out. And if you prefer something more intimate?
We are an elevated craft cocktail bar. We try to take the cocktail experience and bring that tropical experience from being here in the resort and marry those together for a great experience that's lush and tropical and just transcendent.
The Dilly Club in downtown Nassau offers handcrafted cocktails and a chic vibe.
People really like our design treatment. They really like the idea of this very vintage-looking Bahamian feel, but still having an environment that's modern enough with really cool cocktails and really cool techniques.
The perfect nightcap after a day of sun, adventure, and discovery.
People should visit the Bahamas because we are more than sun, sand, and sea. We're a beautiful people with beautiful stories and just a zest for life.
Oh, wow. It just looks amazing. All of the visuals made me think I was like on a movie set, but it's real life.
Right? I know. It feels that way.
Yeah.
It doesn't feel real because everything is so beautiful. So that was definitely a little taste of the Bahamas. You saw some of those dishes, especially at the hotel.
How good were they?
Oh, I tried everything you saw there, just so you know. It was all delicious. And I visited the Bahamas before.
Right.
But this was a different experience for me. Like, I really, really got a taste of the culture.
Yeah, I guess somebody's holding your hand, taking you through all of it so you don't miss anything.
Yes, and that's why we wanted to do this showcase for our viewers so that they can see what you can actually see and do. The beach is great, yes, don't get me wrong, but there's so much more.
Right.
Yeah.
And now a direct flight starting as well.
Yes, yes, starting next month. It's so exciting, starting from Halifax, so it's going to make it even easier for Atlantic Canadians to get there. Yeah.
Okay, and speaking of sending Atlantic Canadians, there's CTV and the islands of the Bahamas have teamed up to send you on a tropical vacation.
Yes.
To a tropical paradise, actually.
That is right. One lucky viewer and a guest will win round-trip direct airfare from Halifax to Nassau. The 7-night stay at the British Colonial Nassau also includes meal vouchers and a day trip to Blue Lagoon Island, where you will experience an intimate dolphin encounter, plus so much more. Each weeknight from now until Friday, we'll give you a keyword. Once you have it, all you have to do is head to ctvatlantic.ca and follow the contest prompts, or you can scan that QR code on your screen right now. You can enter once per keyword, and the winner is going to be announced on November 21st.
All right, are you ready for tonight's keyword, everybody? It's an easy one, and it's obvious. Bahamas. Take that, plug it in. Good luck, everyone. And good news, Katie will be back every day this week with more wonderful features from the beautiful islands of the Bahamas. Thank you, Katie.
Thanks, Maria. See you tomorrow.
Here's Kaylin.
Well, the only thing tropical about our weather today in the Maritimes were some of the downpours that moved through. It has been a wet day. We're looking at downtown Sydney. There's the big fiddle in the shot. Sydney and Cape Breton County, that's one of the areas underneath the rainfall warning. More wet weather to come, and I'll update you after the break.
The Nova Scotia Black Men's Health Conference brought together community members from across the province over the weekend. Hosted by the Nova Scotia Brotherhood Initiative, the event in Dartmouth welcomed about 150 people for a full day of conversations on mental health, addiction, nutrition, financial wellness, and redefining masculinity.
It really did lift up the room to tell people and let each other know, especially as men, that it's okay to cry as a man. It's okay to feel down or go through your emotions as a man.
Organizers say it's about celebrating strength in community and building resilience through shared stories and experiences. Well done, everybody. All right, Kaylin Mitchell joins us once again. And Kaylin, at the top of the show, you said, what did you say? Soggy and foggy? Yeah, that's pretty much it.
That's basically a description for weather for the Maritimes tonight, as it is going to be further rain, drizzle, and fog. Sea state, of course, it's a little bit rougher given those gusty southerly winds that are really being felt around the Atlantic coastline of Nova Scotia and some of the higher terrain in Cape Breton. We're looking out here at some rough waters. Halifax's Black Rock Beach. As we take a look at the sunrise sunset times for the provincial capitals. Barometric pressure, of course, is on the lower side. It is a slow-moving, low-pressure system that's on approach. We get stuck with part of the weather front in the region for tomorrow, and that does mean that part of the Maritime should probably be planning for some rain or some showers to be present for Remembrance Day ceremonies. More on that in a moment. Let's check in on radar. We can see there's lots of wet weather present around the region. In a lot of cases, this is lighter rain and fog, but in some cases, the rain is heavier, even accompanied by brief downpours or small thunderstorms. There's a small thunderstorm with a round of rain that's moving in just now into the southwest of New Brunswick, so higher rainfall rates there. If you run into one of those downpours, reduced visibility increases the risk of hydroplaning conditions on the road, though there has been ponding water from this weather system across many of the maritime roadways throughout the day today. And there's another band of some heavier rain making its way into eastern areas of Nova Scotia now. We know that a lot of those areas are underneath a rainfall warning. So taking a look at our forecast timeline for cloud cover and precipitation, again for the rain, drizzle, and fog as we move through tonight. Into the overnight hours, many parts of the Maritimes just get over to some drizzle and some fog, but there will be some rain that remains in the northwest New Brunswick and in Cape Breton. And in the forecast for tomorrow, we start off the day with a lot of drizzle and fog around. Now, in a lot of cases, that'll be dissipating as we make our way towards 10 a.m., 11 a.m., the Remembrance time, or Remembrance Day time for the ceremonies. The one area for the Maritimes that you should really plan on some wet weather being around is eastern areas of Nova Scotia. Guysborough County, Antigonish County, and Cape Breton. It does look like there's a fairly likely chance that we're going to see another round of some rain and some showers move into that part of the Maritimes as we go through the morning towards the early afternoon. Other parts of the region have about a 30% chance of a shower through the day. Those who move into Tuesday evening and Tuesday night, there will be some rain and some showers that become more widespread again for Nova Scotia and Prince Edward Island, and a scattering of some showers and flurries for areas of New Brunswick. Now, additional rainfall amounts to come. They're going to be highest up the eastern shore of Nova Scotia and into locations in Cape Breton. We saw that band of steady and even heavy at times rain headed that way. And in some cases, that could be an additional 40 to 60 millimeters of rain. This is on top, these additional rainfall amounts on top of what has already fallen. And that's why we have those rainfall warnings in effect, because overall totals could come up into the range of around 65 to 85 millimeters for some areas. Winds in the forecast for tomorrow are going to become west and southwest, and they're going to be a little bit in the breezy side. There'll be some gusts between 20 and 40 kilometers per hour. The warmest temperatures tomorrow will be first thing in the morning. In fact, temperatures will be rising a little bit as we make our way towards midnight. They remain pretty mild, especially for Nova Scotia, PEI, southern New Brunswick for much of the night. And then these high temperatures, that's for the morning hours, because temperatures after that, they fall into and through the afternoon. All right, let's take a look at our weather watcher for tonight. And tonight's weather watcher is 10-year-old Kiara Murray from Dieppe, New Brunswick. Kiara sent us a drawing of being out with her sister on a rainy day. Thank you, Kiara. And if you'd like to be one of our weather watchers, then come into CTV Weather Watchers, P.O. Box 1653, Halifax, Nova Scotia, B3J2Z4, or email kaylin.mitchell@bellmedia.ca. Maria.
Thank you, Kaylin. Time for another break here on CTV News at 5. But first, a look at what's coming up next.
I'm Derek Hagan in Moncton. Coming up on CTV News at 5, I'm going to introduce you to a man who spent 25 years in the Canadian military, and I'll show you just how he honors some of the men and women that he served with. That story is coming up.
Welcome back. So when you spend a career in the Canadian Armed Forces, you make deep connections with the people you serve with. CTV's Derek Haggett now met with one veteran today who has a special way of showing his appreciation to those he served with.
297 crosses, one each for someone Donnie Kapler bonded with while in the Army.
I was going to do a little cross for each member of the forces that I lived with and shared life with that passed away. But that was unattainable.
After a 25-year career, the former Sergeant Major retired in 1985 with a lifetime of memories and friendships. The display, a tribute to them and those who died in war or training missions. Now 82, Kapler gets help from his neighbors who set it all up.
I had a little plan drawn out, what goes where, and the measurements were all done. So they just took a measuring tape and a rope, and away they went.
His neighbors would do anything for him.
Donnie's done all the work to get it organized, so it's very easy to do and help him, and there's no better person to help than Donnie.
Kapler and his wife June backpacked through Europe years ago, visiting 152 military cemeteries.
It's a dedication, and it's difficult to understand what they went through until you've seen it.
People have been stopping by to take pictures and pay their respects, and that's just fine with Kapler.
Yesterday, for example, there was probably 8 or 10 cars that actually stopped, and I talked to 3 or 4 different people.
He says it shows the respect is still there. Donnie Kapler says the display will be taken down the day after Remembrance Day, but if anyone wants to come out and see it for themselves here in the Royal Oak subdivision, they're more than welcome to. Derek Haggett, CTV News, Moncton.
Thank you, Derek, and thank you, Mr. Kapler, for letting us come and share that story. What a beautiful display and a lovely way to honor your friends.
Yeah, it's very touching.
Absolutely. We want to remind you, tomorrow we will have special Remembrance Day coverage starting in the morning here at 5 o'clock and, of course, on our 6 o'clock program and in the evening as well. We hope you'll tune in and watch. It's one of our favorite days of the year to bring broadcasting to you. And we're hoping for good weather tomorrow, too.
Yeah, I'll update that on coming up at 6.
See you tomorrow.